Custodian of the two holy mosques, King Salman bin Abdulaziz Al Saud. What do you know about the custodian of the two holy mosques, King Salman bin Abdulaziz Al Saud? Part 1. Salman was born on the 31st of December 1935 and is reported to be the 25th son of King Abdulaziz, the first monarch and founder of Saudi Arabia. Salman and his 6 full brothers make up the Saudi 7. He was raised in the Maraba Palace. Salman received his early education at the Prince's School in the capital city of Riyadh, a school established by King Abdulaziz specifically to provide education for his children. He studied religion and modern science. Salman was appointed deputy governor of Riyadh province on the 17th of March 1954, aged 19, and held the post until the 19th of April 1955. He was appointed the governor of the same provincial on the 5th of February 1963, and remained in that office until the 5th of November 2011, a period of almost half a century. As governor, he contributed to the development of Riyadh from a mid-sized town into a major urban metropolis. He served as an important liaison to attract tourism, capital projects, and foreign investment to his country. He favored political and economic relationships with the West. During his governorship, Salman recruited advisors from King Saud University. During Salman's 5 decades as Riyadh governor, he became adept at managing the delicate balance of clerical, tribal, and princely interests that determined Saudi policy. He was also the chairman of the King Abdulaziz Foundation for Research and Archives, King Abdulaziz Museum, the Prince Salman Center for Disability Research, and the Prince Fahd bin Salman Charitable Society for the care of kidney patients. King Salman also undertook several foreign tours while he was governor. In 1974, he visited Kuwait, Bahrain, and Qatar to strengthen Saudi Arabia's relationship with those nations. During his visit to Montreal, Canada in 1991, he inaugurated a gallery. In 1996, he was received in the Élysée Palace in Paris by the then French President Jacques Chirac. The same year, he toured Bosnia and Herzegovina to give donations to the Muslim citizens of the country. Being a part of an Asian tour in 1998, Salman visited Pakistan, Japan, Brunei, and China. According to the Washington Post, the late Saudi journalist Jamal Khashoggi criticized Prince Salman, then governor of Riyadh and head of the Saudi Committee for Support to the Afghan Mujahideen, for unwisely funding Salafist extremist groups that were undermining the war. Under Salman, Riyadh became one of the richest cities in the Middle East and an important place for trade and commerce. There were also infrastructural advances including schools, universities, and sports stadiums. Every village or town in the Riyadh region is dear to me and holds a special place in my heart. I witnessed every step taken by the city of Riyadh, and for this reason, it is difficult for me to think about being far away from Riyadh. On the 5th of November 2011, Salman was appointed Minister of Defense, replacing his full brother, the Crown Prince Sultan. Salman bin Abdulaziz was named governor of Riyadh province. Salman was also named a member of the National Security Council on the same day. It is speculated that he was placed in the immediate line of succession due to his personal qualities. First, he has a conciliatory and diplomatic nature. He headed the family council, called the Descendants Council, that was established by King Fahd in 2000 to solve family matters, reach consensus, and try to avoid any publicly embarrassing behavior by some family members. Second, Salman belongs to the middle generation in the royal family. Therefore, he could develop close ties with both generations socially and culturally. Last, as a result of his long-term governorship, he had developed a network of relationships within Arab and international circles. Salman continued the policy of military intervention in Bahrain. In April 2012, Salman visited both the United States and the United Kingdom, where he met with U.S. President Barack Obama and British Prime Minister David Cameron. 2013 saw Saudi military spending climb to $67 billion, overtaking that of the UK, France, and Japan to place 4th globally. As defense minister, Salman was head of the military as Saudi Arabia joined the United States and other Arab countries in carrying out airstrikes against the Islamic State in Iraq and Syria in 2014. On the 18th of June 2012, Salman was appointed as Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia shortly after the death of his brother, Crown Prince Nayef bin Abdulaziz. Prince Salman was also made first Deputy Prime Minister. His nomination as Crown Prince and Deputy Prime Minister was seen by some as a signal that King Abdullah's cautious reforms were likely to continue. On the other hand, Saudi reformists stated that while Prince Salman, in contrast to other Saudi royals, took a more diplomatic approach towards them, he could not be considered a political reformer. They also argued that, like King Abdullah, Salman focused mainly on economic improvement rather than political change. On the 27th of August 2012, the royal court announced that Salman was in charge of state affairs whilst King Abdullah was out of the country. Prince Salman launched a Twitter account on the 23rd of February 2013. In September 2012, Salman was named as the Deputy Chairman of the Military Service Council. He is a strong advocate for philanthropy in poor Muslim nations such as Somalia, Sudan, and Afghanistan. On the 23rd of January 2015, Salman, aged 79, inherited the throne after his half-brother Abdullah died of pneumonia at the age of 90. The new king issued a statement which read, His Highness Salman bin Abdulaziz Al Saud and all members of the family and the nation mourn custodian of the two holy mosques King Abdullah bin Abdulaziz, who passed away at exactly 1 a.m. this morning. He appointed his younger half-brother, Mukran bin Abdulaziz, as crown prince. After coming to power, Salman reshuffled the cabinet on the 30th of January 2015. Khalid bin Ali bin Abdullah Al Humaydan was made the intelligence chief. Prince Bandar bin Sultan was removed from his post in the Security Council, and the advisor to the monarch was also removed, as were the former monarch's sons, Turkey as governor of Riyadh and Mishal as governor of Mecca. Ali al-Naimi remained the Minister of Petroleum and Mineral Resources, as did Saud al-Faisal of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Ibrahim al-Asaf as Finance Minister. Salman also gave a bonus of 2 months' salary to all Saudi state employees and military personnel, including pensioners and students, while also asking citizens to not forget me in your prayers. In February 2015, Prince Salman received Charles, Prince of Wales, during his 6-day tour in the Middle East. They exchanged cordial talks and reviewed bilateral relations between the countries. In April 2021, Prince Mishal bin Majid Al Saud, who has been the governor of Jeddah since 1997, was appointed as advisor to King Salman with the rank of minister. One of the first things the king and his son, Mohammed bin Salman, did was to streamline the government bureaucracy. On the death of King Abdullah, there were as many as 11 government secretariats, and all of these were abolished and reconstituted as only 2, the Council of Political and Security Affairs, headed by Deputy Crown Prince Mohammed bin Nayef, and the Council for Economic and Development Affairs, headed by the Secretary-General of the Royal Court, Prince Mohammed bin Salman, who was given free rein to completely reorganize the government and cementing the power of the Saudari faction, to which both princes belong. In March 2015, the king ordered the bombing of Yemen and military intervention against the Shia Houthis and forces loyal to former President Ali Abdullah Saleh, who was deposed in the 2011 uprising. He first put together a coalition of 10 Sunni Muslim countries, codenamed Operation Decisive Storm. This was the first time the Saudi Air Force had launched airstrikes against another country since the 1990-91 Gulf War. According to Faria al-Muslim, direct war crimes have been committed during the conflict. For example, an IDP camp was hit by a Saudi airstrike. Human Rights Watch wrote that the Saudi-led air campaign had conducted airstrikes in apparent violation of the laws of war. Human rights groups have also criticized Saudi Arabia for the alleged use of cluster bombs against Yemeni civilians. In 2022, Saudi airstrikes at a prison in northern Yemen killed at least 70 people and knocked out the country's internet access. The UN estimated that by the end of the year 2021, the death toll of the war on Yemen had reached 377,000 people and could reach 1.3 million people by 2030. In April 2015, 3 months after becoming king, Salman appointed a full nephew, Mohammed bin Nayef, as the new crown prince to replace his youngest brother Prince Mukran. Furthermore, he made his son, Mohammed bin Salman, the deputy crown prince. Almost all powers under the king were concentrated in the hands of the crown prince and deputy crown prince, both of whom held the portfolio determining all security and economic development issues in Saudi Arabia. King Salman then removed Mohammed bin Nayef from the line of succession to the Saudi throne on the 21st of June 2017 and designated his son Mohammed bin Salman as the new crown prince. At the same time, King Salman removed Mohammed bin Nayef from his other positions in the Saudi government. Mohammed bin Salman has been described as the power behind the throne. In May 2015, the King Salman Center for Relief and Humanitarian Aid was established to deliver aid internationally to victims of civil war and natural disaster, working with the UN and other agencies. As of June 2018, KS Relief has implemented more than 400 individual projects in 40 countries at a cost of $1.8 billion. Moreover, in 2018, KS Relief assisted 180,555 Syrian patients living in Zatari Syrian refugees camp in Jordan. In 2019, KS Relief signed a memorandum of cooperation with UNICEF that aims at enhancing cooperation in the humanitarian field, exchanging knowledge, sharing experiences, promoting voluntary work, and boosting capacity-building programs. Until 2019, the center provided 1,839 Yemeni civilians wounded during the war with prosthetic limbs for a total amount of $2.3 million. In its ongoing efforts to support the people of Yemen, KS Relief organized a vocational training program to train women in Yemen to enable them to earn money for themselves and their families. In a similar context, under the umbrella of the UN, KS Relief has led an international team to implement a rehabilitation project for the children affected by war in Yemen. Moreover, as part of the 40th session of the UN Human Rights Council, KS Relief organized an event entitled Children in the Humanitarian Crisis in Yemen, where it presented a number of facts and figures related to the amount of assistance provided by the center to the people of Yemen. This includes the implementation of 328 projects for an amount of $2 billion. Furthermore, in 2018 alone, KS Relief provided medical services to 2,501,897 Yemenis. In 2019, KS Relief signed a number of agreements with different civil society organizations to implement relief projects for the benefit of Palestinian and Syrian refugees as well as the host Lebanese community. KS Relief signed an agreement with the UNHCR to support the families affected by war for an amount of $5 million. Another agreement with IOM was signed to help Syrian refugees under the poverty line for an amount of $3.8 million. In February 2012, Ali Mohammed Bakir al-Nimr was arrested for participating in and encouraging pro-democracy protests when he was 16 or 17 years old. In May 2014, Ali al-Nimr was sentenced to be executed, despite the minimum age for execution being 18 when a crime is committed. Ali al-Nimr has reported that he was tortured during his detention. As of the 23rd of September 2015, the sentence awaited ratification by King Salman. In February 2015, a man from Hafar al-Batn was sentenced to death for rejecting the religion of Islam. In June 2015, Saudi Arabia's Supreme Court upheld the sentence of 1,000 lashes and 10 years in prison for Raif Badawi, a Saudi Arabian blogger who was imprisoned in 2012 after being charged for insulting Islam. In April 2020, the Saudi Supreme Court stated under a royal decree made by King Salman that minors who commit crimes will no longer face execution, but would be sentenced to imprisonment in a juvenile detention facility for a maximum of 10 years. Soon, we will publish Part 2. Thank you for watching.